Hi guys, if you would like to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and that way you can get a notification whenever Spirit gives us a direction of make another YouTube video. And this is random. I am getting the note that this is a person that you are separated with, so this is going to be a separation reading. And what your person's energy is, what they think of you, and we'll even look at romance angel cards to kind of get some clarifiers, and if I'm called to do other decks, I'll do that. So hopefully you subscribe, comment below of what you think. If it resonates at all, great. Otherwise, let's get into your reading, okay? So your person, the person you have in mind right now, what is their energy right now? Okay, 7 of Pentacles. This is in the reverse, well, not quite in the reverse, it's in the struggle position, sorry. It's basically struggling to have balance and not having financial balance, and the work is not a give and take. Something is off note here with your person. So that is our struggle with what your person's going through. Why is it they're going through this? I'm not sure what's going on with your person. Perhaps there's another individual involved, like maybe you were in a third-party situation. Either way, it is saying with the Fool in reverse, someone is not taking a leap of faith. They are not listening to Source. They are very immature. They are very projectory. Like, it's not like they are... I really don't sense this person's, like, horribly wicked, but when they're defensive and you are getting too close and with their emotions, that's when all walls go up. They do not converse with their emotional side. It's always action, masculine energy, 100%. And this is someone who is very immature, and they are kind of left to look like a fool with how they might have treated the situation, and the universe is kind of saying, yeah, you kind of did some stupid stuff here. How are you going to address it, kind of thing. You know, it's like the universe is trying to work with this person and openly understand that, you know, we're not all perfect. You know, it's okay to make these mistakes, but how are you going to actively do more? And when a masculine is asked to do more through spirit, they're not connecting because it's likely they just don't quite get it. Maybe they're not as spiritually advanced as you are. And this is simply asking from spirit, and if you're cross-watching masculine, doesn't matter gender whatsoever, this is only saying you do have to decide in your happiness and what you feel is right for you and your family. And if you share a family with this other person you're with, there is ways to go about it in a healthy way, and co-parenting if you really feel it's toxic. Because when I have the Sun in reverse, you're not happy. Okay, masculines, there is something going on in the background that has made you feel like everything has turned against you. Maybe people have made you feel this way, and you're trying to crawl out of it, but you just put on a good face and say, I'm fine, nothing's wrong. And I'm hearing many hours on YouTube, network shows and stuff like that, just to keep your mind busy. A lot of electronics, and I think it's kind of saying in that aspect as well from Spirit is, put the phone down, turn the TV off, sit with your emotions, because you do have the answer right in front of you. It is in plain sight, whatever it is that you're wanting to understand. So this person in separation, at least that's the masculine's energy, your person in separation. And it also could be a female, okay? It's just, this is what they're embodying. But it was kind of a side message for those who's cross-watching, which is great. Welcome to the channel. So, how does the person in separation that they might not have communication with, what are their thoughts towards the person viewing this right now, Spirit? They want to come in with truth, but I think you already know the truth, so they're kind of egotistical enough to say, I don't have to say anything if you already knew. If you already knew, you knew. It is what it is. This is kind of the arrogant attitude I'm getting from that. In that, yes, they do spy on any social media and fake accounts. dummy accounts. I feel like some of these fake accounts reached out to you to kind of test on you as well. And by doing so, they're trying to make offers emotionally, like, hey, how you doing? What you doing? And it's weird messages. Like, you almost know right away something's fishy because you're probably getting catfished. And this energy, they really do think that they could give you an offer. They're still immature, though. There is no, like, higher suit energy or anything. So what do they think of you, please, Spirit? What does their person think of them? That you caused them a lot of heartbreak, and maybe you decided to block their energy. I'm not sensing it was out of, spite. It was really to block any negative energies or temptations to even look at their profiles because you were tired of the bullshit energy that they're putting you through. And they're basically saying, well, you broke my heart too. It was a two-way street. You hurt me. And they are really wrenched about this, and I'm seeing a lot of resentment on their end too, but they're not actually taking the accountability notion to come across in a healthier way. It's so depressing. And with you, they think that you're not quite balanced out. There's something a little off key with you. Maybe they've set up an illusion that, to make them feel better, that you're the one that's imbalanced and you don't have your ducks in a row when they don't have any room to talk. And this is kind of giving me the indication that they've also been seriously just gossiping about you to make themselves feel better and try to get, their posse friends to gas them up and agree with them when maybe some actually know who you are and they're like, damn, I thought that was a cool person actually, because they helped me out a lot, because yeah, they're weird, but like it's laid out how they feel, that they're not trying to be fake. Why are you projecting that energy? And then they start questioning the connection completely and putting the dots together, and they're like, oh, they're the one unbalanced. They're the ones that screwed over the other person and making it look like they're the bad guy. Pretty much what a narcissist would do. I'm not saying that this person's like diagnosed one or is one, but you can still be a narcissist towards people without being diagnosed as one or being one. This is really the emotional defense of you got too close. They gave you some warnings to their degree, but you weren't seeing their signals and they were not being clear about it. Because there is the moon in reverse, a lot of hidden secrets, a lot of things that were just not being told, a lot of water energy, and it was emotions. This is what they were guarding because you were not balanced when they were hanging out with you. And I feel like this was a fairly long relationship. It doesn't really have to be, but the connection here is very strong, and they're saying that they thought they got enough information about the situation through other people without actually directly asking you, because they thought that was easier. And it's like, you just involved the community. This person was part of the community, going into one ear and out the other, talking about you behind your back, and asking questions. Like, they were trying to tiptoe around it with their friends. I'm willing to bet one of those friends was probably the third party that they were hanging out with, and saying, oh, no, I love you so much. And it's like, oh, no, I'm here for you. It was love bombing on their end, too, for the other energy. So that was part of their secrets. Maybe to a degree they thought you were being shady. Maybe you were just overworked, had a lot of hours, and they were making that as an excuse of you entertaining other people or having the ideas to entertain other people. And it's like, where the hell did you get that from? Like, obviously, I message you, and you're my focus, and you're the one ignoring my messages. And it takes you forever to get around to it, but yet you can still pick up the phone for other rings and see a message and directly go right to it. And I'm willing to bet, even when you were with this person, towards the end, they lost all eye contact, had their back against you, had their phone hovered over, and was like, it was, this is what I'm picking up. Like, they weren't exactly being discreet. When it's like, you might have had only limited time to hang out with them. Maybe you had other obligations. And I'm thinking, like, they're adding and calculating all these things and putting it in a different note to fit their story and to make it fit for their reasons to leave you. Because they really did care for you. Because obviously they really loved you, they did care about you, but they were so stuck in their ego, they just didn't know what to do with it. So, true emotions of what they think of them, please. Like heart of hearts, the shadow of the heart that will not speak in the 3D. What does the 5D of that heart space want to say to the person right now? They feel like you might be playing emotional games with them. I'm not sure if this is true. Maybe you did. Maybe you were being immature and did not handle yourself maturely like you wanted to. But they also are in this resentment thinking, I'm not good enough. I failed them. I broke so many promises. And with the Sage card, this is the Divine Femme, the Empress. They know you're a loving, caring, nurturing parent. If you have kids, they are acknowledging that you are an amazing mother. And to please not ever think that they think less of you, even if they projected at you and said, oh, you probably neglect your animals and abuse your kids. It was a projection to cut you loose so you'd be angry at them and not want to speak to them because they were hearing this and that and the other without actually understanding the story completely on your side and accepting those things as what you're truly going through. And maybe you did have a hard time expressing yourself and it wasn't easy and it almost felt like a weird energetic like lock on your throat where you couldn't speak, and when you tried, you almost got overwhelmed with emotions because it's like you want to give them the answer right then, and then when you almost had it, it was like all of a sudden you got choked up with emotions and you're fighting back your tears and you're trying to understand the situation, and it's like, how do I say this? Maybe you really were having trouble. Maybe you just got diagnosed with a mental illness and you didn't know up until recently and it bothered you. This person took it a different way. And it was no one's fault. It was certainly not your fault. And this is what your person's higher heart self, their highest loving energy towards you, is saying, that they resent doing all of that to you. And if they could come clean, they would. But I think there's a lot of onlookers in the situation right now that is making it near to impossible to actually even do the things that they want to do. They are so emotionally bogged and numbed right now, and they maybe are a drinker, maybe, or they are just evasive in tackling those emotions. And with the Four of Wands, there's a lot of sleeping going on in that end, so I feel like they're so drained and depressed from how they might have treated you in what their situation currently is, and now all the new responsibilities and all this quick, fast change. I think they push themselves to be everything they promised to you, but for the third party. And they want you to just know that these daggers are not yours. It was definitely on them. They're the ones that cut themselves probably deeper than anything. And also with, my nose is itchy, so I know I'm on point. Dang, Spirit. Can you stop that itchiness? Like, good? Thank you. Just like randomly stop. Alright, so with the Five of Pentacles, more than anything, their heart of hearts feel a lot of regret and the resentment of leaving you out in the cold and treating you like common trash, making you the side piece, the side like bitch or whatever the hell, you know, whatever terminology you want to use it. You were the option. You were mistreated in this situation, and their higher self is acknowledging it. I don't know if this person's ever going to come forward and tell you the truth about it, but you know, just for the sake of the reading, I'll find out. And I am not putting a time limit, like I'm not going to say like next month or whatever. I'm not putting a time limit on any of that whatsoever with this question, because it is different for everybody. It is a collective. There is no guarantees on time because it's free will, guys. This is a mystery even on their end. Like they're at a loss. So are they ever going to come forward and tell you how you feel and tell you the truth? Real truth. Are they ever? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So they are going to reach out, but it's with this very immature energy of Ace of Wands, and it's going to be very playful. Be like, oh, hey, peeps, what's up? How you doing? I see you doing good, you know? Are you still single? And play it like a cool cat when they have had all this pent-up sexual energy towards you. Do not, okay? Do not entertain it. That's Spirit's advice, is withhold. Because when you do, yes, they will be pushed more to being more truthful. And will be the entire grounding offer and that gift of real clarity. Maybe not all of it, because maybe you've been getting your own personal readings, got enough clarity, and you're just waiting to kind of get validation for it. You are going to get the validation, but it's going to be a long time. Pentacle energy can be months to years, honey, and with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like building up to the Nine of Pentacles and then the Ten of Pentacles. And it's just saying you just need to focus on your work. And even when this person's coming forward, keep working. Do not engage right away messaging them back if they do find a way to message you, and if they blocked you or you blocked them and they found a way to contact you. I see that you're welcoming it, like you're okay with it, but it's like, when are you going to actually have like the cojones to come forward? Because you made a lot of promises, yet you broke your own promises even to yourself. And you're kind of holding them up to it. And they know it. That's why they can't come forward. They're terrified of you ripping your head off or their head off. And they're very intimidated. They're very shook at this energy because they did not act higher. And then they're projecting to everybody else that you're the crazy one. And posts. Okay, Spirit's saying again about posts. Whatever you're posting, that's why they had Five of Pentacles feeling left out in the cold by you. Okay. Maybe you gave clarity and truth of what was going on in the background because it was something that you had to take care of and completely lock down and get it done before you actually felt confident enough to come forward with whatever truth you were trying to heal within yourself. And Spirit's saying it surprised people. What was it, Spirit? What is this energy that I am getting? Okay. Two of Swords upright, Two of Wands in reverse. And then Two of Cups. That's like almost all of my twos in one. So this person really did have unconditional emotions towards you, like real authentic soulmate energy, real genuine feelings. And the post had something to do with what other people had seen you progress from, because they saw that you had to go through some decision makings of your own and choose to cut toxic things around you. And then you were stuck in between trying to find out whether you should wait or hold on to something. And I kind of hear that you were pushing through, though you still have options and you're kind of stuck in between those options, but it's still, the world is in your hands. It's available to you. Like, I think it's more like by doing whatever work you did, you actually did complete cycles and close a chapter in your life that was really hard for you. So That's 3 2s. You've been seeing a lot of 222s, 444s, a lot of the synchronicity numbers that make you feel like you might be on this journey in the correct energy way, and that's just saying, and this is confirming, yes, you are, so keep going. So I'm really sorry you're dealing with that, but way to go. You are a survivor, you're a warrior, and I did have to say this in my live, even on TikTok, so I'm very called to say this, pertaining that this is a reading about love. If you are the one that got cheated on and they chose somebody else and you felt completely jaded and bitter to the situation, let me just give you some advice that I actually had to learn a bit myself. It was a hard message to swallow, and it does kind of trigger some, but it's like in a good way, okay? First off, you are not wasting your time giving this love to this individual when they did not align to you or come across the correct way. And all the time you've invested, all the money you invested, all those little gifts that you gave them, and the encouraging words, the things that you said to each other in private that really stuck with them, and what they had said to you at that moment was truly genuine, because I'm here, like, whatever you said was just, it hit perfect note to this person. It checked all the boxes of what they were hoping to find in a partner. And because of their unhealed inner child wounds, or maybe just horrible traumatic experiences from past relationships, this is not an excuse for them, but you are still not wrong for giving them that love. You doing that was very brave, okay? You did it authentically. You meant every fiber of your being of how much you cared of that person. You didn't waste anything. You gave something that person would probably never get again, and if they do, you might have to wait a very long time before that happens. And it's just going to happen quicker for you because you're at that high vibration of working in a energy of love. Even if you're not feeling great, you're still trying to either love yourself, improve your situations around you. This takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of time to calculate and calibrate for yourself what that really is. So I will continue on with the Romance Angel cards and just see energetically what is coming for you in love, and let's just see if it might be a new energy. We're just kind of leaving it to Spirit to let us know what it is, because who knows, maybe there is something extra the collective here needs to hear. Okay, that's really good, Spirit. Thank you. Alright, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel like you are done, you're close to chapter on this twin flame partnership idea, and because they're not in vibration, they keep going back to someone that's toxic, and then swinging right back to you for energetic recovery, and you're done. This could be the one is in reverse. You've already met the romantic person you seek. So you've been calling this energy back, but there's been no motion. So it's like, please do not put yourself in this waiting game. You do not need to wait. Love yourself first is in reverse as well. So you guys are having a really difficult time truly feeling whole, because with this twin flame journey, you are not half of that other person. That person is not your other half. They're a mirrored energy though, because like twins, they can have the similar traits, look alike, but they're completely different individuals. Okay, so try to keep that in mind when people do this twin flame journey readings for you, because I know it's become a trend, and it's more like, let's get real notes here that what it is. It is trying to discover yourself. And that masculine energy that you miss and get angry with, those are also things you're angry at yourself. Things that you didn't actively do for yourself or achieve. And it's saying definitely love yourself first. Your ancestors have been guiding you really tough. Your spiritual team, the ones that's always been on your side. And you are calling in a soulmate. Whether it is this twin flame and you call it a soulmate, whatever, This can be a new energy of calling in your soulmate, something that is really aligned to you, somebody who is energetically at your level and at the same honesty of, I'm healing too, or you're healing, or you just want to take time and let this slowly, see where it goes. And I would say, yeah, go with that energy. It is coming, even though that's not what you wanted to hear probably. For others, maybe it is. It's a collective, so it's okay. Let go of control issues are in reverse, so I feel like you are at this release of you're accepting things that if you can't control it, that's presently in front of you, you're not going to waste any more energy on it. So I hopefully that actually helps you on your twin flame spiritual journey and have ideas of what your person in separation is going through. Yes, there's a lot of love, and I even more appreciate it so that you came by on the YouTube channel and hung out with me this long for this reading. But it's October, there's a lot of readings out there, and I'm just completely privileged that you chose this one to help you at all. So thank you again. And if you guys want, please message or comment below even and enter in your ghost stories or ghost experiences that you've had, and we will share it here on the YouTube channel, and Christy and I will do a little fire or something and share your stories and then rate them from 1 to 10 ghouls. So we would appreciate it if you would share your stories as well, if you are, drawn to. And if we can, also put your name anonymously if you'd like. And if nothing else, other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys have a blessed day or night, evening. Be well rested, and just know that this is all divinely guided and there are blessings your way. Okay, guys? Lots of love and light, and stay spooky.